Hi, friends. Welcome to the Share Report. We have a few things to talk about today. And one of them being is that experts are saying that we are going to be facing COVID 2.0. For those who were alive in 2020, 2019, 2020, 2021, when all the outrage of the pandemic was here. And they pushed all of this just for it to be a little bit of an experiment to basically come to what we are experiencing now. And before I get into my thoughts, I'm going to share a couple clips with you. It's like I said, experts are talking about we are heading into another crisis, and this one is here to stay, and there's no way of getting out of it. I want you guys to hear this. I'm going to play this for you. Let me pull this up for you. First things first, let's talk about the oil portion of this because that affects everything. Like I had mentioned before, I am in the industry where I'm on the road a lot. So if I can't get in my car and drive to and from the destinations across here in Florida, I can't work. It goes for the same thing with delivery trucks. Same thing for them. So if they can't deliver food, you're not going to eat anything. So these things are very serious. What we are getting ready to face, extremely serious. So let me pull this up here for you all to see and let the experts talk for themselves.
When is the world going to start feeling the effect of this missing oil? And according to the best research I was able to find, most likely sometime in mid to late April is when those global oil supplies run out. We are in mid-April right now. So the next question is, which countries are going to start to feel the effects of all of this first? Asia, for example, got hit first and the hardest. Deliveries to Asia basically stopped on April 1st. And Asia sources roughly 80% of its oil from the Persian Gulf. What's getting through right now is only about 6% of pre-war volumes. Now, the Philippines was also one of the first countries to declare their national emergency after their gas prices more than doubled almost overnight. Indonesia and Vietnam told people to work from home to conserve fuel. In Thailand, their fishing industry, which is about 1% of their whole economy, is shutting down because marine fuel costs went up by 250%. In Japan, bus and ferry services are slowing down because of fuel shortages. In India, the government stopped LPG supplies for commercial use to protect household cooking fuel. In Africa, last deliveries to Africa stopped on April 10th. Countries like Ethiopia, Zimbabwe, South Sudan, they're now literally diluting their petrol. They're mixing it with other chemicals to stretch what's left. And they're also restricting electricity. Australia's last fuel shipment is expected to arrive April 19th. They've already released their national reserves, they've cut fuel taxes, and they put together a national security plan. And then there's Europe. Their deliveries stopped around April 10th as well, which is why they're doing everything in their power to reduce demand.
Okay, there you go. You have people who are experts talking about the oil shortages and then what's happening in other countries. Now, the women in India who have to feed their families, now they have to restrict that. They're rationing things. So the cost of this war is not equaling out to what they think it is. And it is very terrible what is actually happening. I'm going to play another one for you. This is about the lockdowns. So we remember lockdowns very vividly if you were born and aware in 2020, how the lockdown. So there's like, okay, so 2 weeks, you're going to wait to flatten the curve. Okay. You're going to wait till it flattens the curve and then, you can get back to normal. And then they kept extending it, moving the goalpost, right? For this virus that was supposed to be attacking all of us, when we find out that they were actually pushing an agenda and pushing this poison dart on people. And people went along with it and said, well, it's just only 2 weeks. And, we need to do it for the elderly. We need to do it for that. And except it was an experiment. It was an experiment that a lot of people fell for. And I'm afraid now that more people will fall for this same nonsense that is upon us now with this war. And I know for a fact, well, okay, I'll hold that thought. Let's listen to what they say first here.
Europe is set to begin energy lockdowns in the next few weeks. A few weeks ago, Russia actually predicted this. They said that Europe was about to impose these restrictions, and now here we are. According to multiple reports, here you go, Financial Times, Brussels pushes remote working to ease energy crisis. Sounds fun, and they put a cat in the photo. Like, you'll be home
Remote working. Sound familiar?
with your cat, so no big deal. She's gonna get a big fluffy
Look
cat.
how happy she is there.
She's so happy to be with her cat.
Does she have a warm beverage too?
She's got a nice little plant and
Oh
a
man,
cat.
I want to work there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to
See?
work there too.
Now all you need is like a puppy or like a nice warm bed. So the EU is pushing remote work now to tackle energy crisis. Brussels wants to start by introducing one mandatory workday from home per week as these energy prices continue and keep rising. Ursula von der Leyen just a few days ago already was laying the groundwork for this. Listen.
Is how can we reduce the demand? Because of course the least expensive energy is the energy that is not used. We should reduce demand while...
Yeah, we should reduce demand. Of course, Jim Ferguson joins us now from the UK. He has been watching this very, very closely. Jim, of course, is the founder of Freedom Train International and one of the keenest observers of this globalist tyranny that's unfolding. Jim, great to see you. Welcome back to the show.
Thanks a lot, Clayton. It's always good to be on with you and Natalie. It's a pleasure to be here.
Pleasure. Well, you might, next time we see you, have to be working from home. So we wouldn't have a chance to have you in a studio because of these new laws. But, you know, I think any idiot could have looked at this and seen that this was going to come from the EU, from Europe, that these energy restrictions were going to start flowing. And here we are. What do you think, just broadly at a big picture level, of what this is going to mean for the people of Europe?
Well, from a strategic viewpoint, the pressures on the supplies are quite critical. We've been hearing about jet fuel running out in Europe in the next 6 weeks, and that was reported a week or so ago. I wrote an article about 3 weeks ago on the potential for energy lockdowns. I think really, if you want to take it from a strategic viewpoint, it's this. When governments start trying to manage demand, it tells you everything, because it basically means if they're managing demand, it's because they're unsure about managing the supply. And that's going to affect things on a massive scale, not just in Europe, it's already impacting truckers and farmers in Australia, with food prices due to rise probably within the next 3 weeks by about 20 to 30%. Hard-pressed families are already feeling the struggle already. So when that happens, because farmers use so much diesel to get the crops to market, to harvest them, and then the trucks have to supply them, that is going to put critical pressure on those supply chains. And there are warnings now that there could be food shortages as well. Indeed, I went into the local supermarket there just a couple of days ago, and I started to see shelves that were starting to empty. Now, what people don't always realize is that the tins of beans and soups and other things that are canned products are usually from last year's harvest, which means it takes that length of time to get them out and developed and produced and into market and into the shops. What could happen is it will most likely put up food prices dramatically, but it could cause real shortages. But the following year is when we might see it really escalating if they don't sort out this mess in the Straits of Hormuz and free up that international global shipping routes.
Imagine being able to build.
Okay. So as you can see there, he is talking about the food shortages. And then I know this for a fact, grocery stores keep on hand about 3 days worth of groceries. That's if there is no catastrophe here in Florida. If we have a hurricane, those 3 days can be wiped out in a couple hours. Okay. So think about food shortages. When people are racing to stock up and store up, people are going to want to have that food for their families. So these are the consequences of war. And this is what I've been saying over and over again before this war even started. So last year, and probably portions of this year, but definitely last year, I started speaking about how there is absolutely no rapture. And people think, oh, we're going to get raptured away. None of this is going to affect me. None of this is going to happen to me. No, the Bible never spoke about a rapture. It talked about the end times, things, the horrible global things that are happening are going to happen, that are actually starting to happen right now. And unfortunately, you're going to be involved and be a part of this. Okay. So no one's going to be raptured away at all. Okay, you've been believing a lie this whole time. You've been taught a lie by these pastors and preachers, or so-called pastors and preachers, who have been taking and twisting the Bible or not understanding and been telling you something false when they should have been telling you all along to prepare. Okay, to prepare for what's to come. War is coming, famine is coming, food shortages are coming, terrible things are coming, your rights and your freedom's going to be taken away, and it's going to be COVID 2.0. It's going to be COVID again, okay? 2.0, except worse. So this is the prediction. Lockdowns, taking your rights away, food shortages. Oh, what are we going to do? We can control people because people need to eat. They need to feed their family. So food shortages, how are we going to control them? Okay, so they have to get some sort of mark or identification or something to be able to buy, sell, eat, go to work, all the things. So this is all a part of the plan. There's so many people, their tentacles are involved in this. If you can't see it, I don't know what to say. And the last 666 people who are still MAGA supporters. Now, don't get me wrong, okay? I went down there and voted, but I was not expecting this nonsense that's currently happening to be happening right now. All right, so I'm going to show you something else. That needs to be shown. I want to show you this graph here because I think it's worth seeing. It's talking about the commodities. All right, so this is kind of complex right here, but I wanted to show you, obviously with stocks and trading and all the things. So it's showing you the rise, okay, the rise of all of these things. Okay, so we got here, commodities total return in 1 week, all of these things here. So we got aluminum, we got soybeans, which we talked about, all of these things. These are all necessities and things that we need. All the things that we need. And the prices have gone up. Currently, oil, let me go back here. Currently, oil is at $105 a barrel. Okay, it's 105. It continually keeps going upwards and upwards. How much longer can we afford that? We're currently at almost $40 trillion in debt right now, right? And then I hear people and read that are people saying, oh, we need to buy land, instead of what they should be saying to politicians. You need to stop the nonsense. You know what? You need to be handcuffed. We need to lawfully handcuff you, confiscate your stuff, have you impeached, have you locked up. Because if we were doing the things that they are doing to us currently, we would definitely be locked up. So these are the things, friends, that I'm wanting to share with you because I want us to be prepared. This is why I kept, like I said, I mentioned to you over and over and over again, there is no secret rapture. We are going to be facing some catastrophes, some hard, aching things. And the first thing to happen is to suspend our rights, martial law, and then go from there. Because people have already been shown to be sheep. They have already been shown to just follow the way. Okay, we're told to do something. We just have to do. We have to comply. It happened with COVID. COVID 2.0 is here. All because of politicians and because we allow it to happen. And I know our forefathers are probably flipping in their graves. Like, what happened to the country that we wanted to present to the people? What happened to the people? So I wanted to share these things with you all because it's extremely important. I won't have this video be too long, but I wanted to share that with you. The catastrophe that is ahead of us. I have more to share about the people who are actually profiting from this war, more people. And I will share that with you very soon. In the meantime, share this video with others. Let them see and know what's coming. We have to share this with the people that we love and care about. We have to share this with them because some terrible things are happening and about to happen. All right, I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks for joining.